स्टूडेंट्स कैसे हैं? बढ़िया। चलिए बच्चों, अभी हम शुरू करते हैं रिकॉर्डिंग नंबर 7. ओके, सो इन रिकॉर्डिंग नंबर 7 आई एम गोइंग टू लेट यू नो व्हाट इज रिफ्रैक्शन ऑफ लाइट. इज इट क्लियर? चलिए, सो रिफ्रैक्शन ऑफ लाइट इज द अनदर फिनोमिनन, okay, which light and so reflection, you know that it is the bouncing back of light, correct? But in refraction the light doesn't bounce back, correct? अब ध्यान से देखिए कैसे क्या होता है. Suppose I say this is one medium, okay, so this is glass, okay, and this medium is air and the lower medium is also air. Is it clear? Now this is as usual normal. We have to make normal perpendicular to the surface, and this light is coming. So this light ray you can call it as incident ray. Is it clear? And here this light bends, okay, and this is again you can call it as normal. Here you see again the light is coming from glass medium to air medium, so here also you can expect one more bending, okay. So here if you see, this medium is air medium, this medium is glass medium, and this medium is again air medium. Clear? So light when travels from air medium to glass medium, you see this bending takes place, okay. So light is supposed to travel like this, light is supposed to travel like this, but when it enters into glass medium it bends. Am I right? So here one more observation you can see. When the light travels from glass medium to air medium, again there is a bending of light. So my dear student, this bending of light as it travels from one medium to another medium is called refraction. So refraction is very simple phenomenon. What it is? It is the bending of light rays as it travels from one medium to another medium. Clear? Now next here if you see, this is incident ray, and this light ray you can call it as what? Tell me. You can call as refracted ray, okay. So as usual this is angle of incidence, this will be angle of refraction. I will call it as I1 and this is R1, okay. Similarly this is again angle of incidence, and this you will call as angle of refraction. So there it was angle of reflection, and here it is angle of refraction. Clear? Okay. This ray you will call as emergent ray. What is the name of this ray? This is the emergent ray. Now if you see, there is one observation over here. What is that? This emergent ray and this incident ray are parallel to each other. These are parallel to each other. So actually this is not incident ray, this is the direction in which incident ray was traveling before. So we can say that the direction of incident ray and the emergent ray are parallel to each other. Is it clear? And there is a shift, and this shift is called a lateral displacement, which may be denoted as T. So here this T is called what, my dear student? Lateral displacement, okay. So what is lateral displacement? Lateral displacement is the, if you see, this is a perpendicular distance between this line and this line, okay. So what is lateral displacement? It is the perpendicular distance between the emergent ray and the direction of incident ray. My dear student, mind, this is not incident ray. This is the direction of incident ray. Okay, so once again, what is lateral displacement? It is the what? Perpendicular distance between the emergent ray and the direction of incident ray. Is it clear? And it has been seen that this lateral displacement is directly proportional to thickness of glass slab. That means if the glass slab is more thicker, this displacement will be more, and if the glass slab is less thicker, this displacement will be less. That is why we say that lateral displacement is directly proportional to thickness of the glass slab. Okay, my dear student, so this is actually refraction by, you can call it as refraction by glass slab. So this comes under the topic refraction by glass slab. Is it clear? So all is clear, my dear student? Okay. So once again, what is refraction? The bending of light as it travels from one medium to another medium is called refraction of light. Is it clear? What is lateral displacement? It is the perpendicular distance between the emergent ray and the direction of incident ray, and lateral displacement is directly proportional to thickness of the glass slab. That means when the thickness is more, this displacement is more. When the thickness is less, this displacement is less. Is it clear? And it has been observed that the what? Refracted ray and the direction emergent ray and the direction of incident ray are parallel to each other. So this is all about refraction. So nothing great about this. कुछ नहीं है, बड़ा आसान है. Refraction is a phenomenon in which light rays bends. Okay? Reflection क्या है? Reflection is a phenomenon in which light rays bounces back on hitting the surface. Am I right? तो यानी रिफ्लेक्शन में लाइट रेस वापस चले जाते हैं और रिफ्रैक्शन में लाइट रेस पास हो जाते हैं. Am I right? So in refraction, light ray pass through, whereas in the case of reflection, the light ray bounces back to the same medium. वो जिस मीडियम में आते हैं उसी मीडियम में चले जाते हैं रिफ्लेक्शन में. और रिफ्रैक्शन में what happens? It enters into another medium, but it bends. Now one logic is still unanswered. Why? What? That why the light ray bends? Light ray bend क्यों होते हैं? करेक्ट, इसका आंसर मैं बताऊंगा आपको. Am I right or wrong? चल. So now my dear student, the question is why the light ray bends when it travels from one medium to another medium. Correct? So the light ray bends because there is change in speed of light. Am I right or wrong? So the bending takes place because there is change in speed of light. The question is why again the light ray bends when there is change in speed. That I will explain you. Is it clear? Why the light ray bends when there is change in speed. Correct? Now if you see, first of all, this is the glass slab, suppose, okay, and this is the beam of light rays that falls on the glass slab. Okay, now first of all, you know, light is a transverse wave. So what is light? It is a transverse wave. Now what is transverse wave? You might have studied in class 9th, right? What is sound? Sound is a longitudinal wave. Light is a transverse wave. Now what is transverse wave? Transverse wave is one in which the direction of propagation of wave is perpendicular to the direction of vibration of particles. So the particles are vibrating up and down, and the wave is propagating in the perpendicular direction. So this is the direction of wave and this is the direction of vibration. So such type of waves are called transverse wave, and light is a transverse wave. Is it clear? Now if you see here, this is the direction of propagation of light. Yani light travels in this direction. So what could be the direction of vibration of particles? The vibration of particles will be like this. This is the direction, up and down. Am I right? Up and down. So see carefully, my dear student. So this I have drawn what? The vibration of particles, or you can call that this is the wave. This is the wave, and this is the direction of propagation. यानी light इस दिशा पे चलता है. Okay, let me take separately. So this is the direction of what? Light propagation, and this is what? Perpendicular. This is the vibration of particles. So you can say that this is wave and this is its direction. Is it clear? So they are perpendicular to each other, so we can call this as a transverse wave. Now here if you see, I am drawing, okay, so this is, suppose I call this point as A, this point as B, and this point as C. Is it clear? AB wave, the part of wave AB is inside the glass, because I told you this is glass, and BC is still in the air, or BC is still in the air, and it has been seen that the speed of light in glass is lesser and the speed of light in air is more. That means this wave travels at less speed. So here the speed is less, arrow down, and this part BC has still speed more. Am I right or wrong? That means here if you see, the entire wave has same speed. This entire wave is traveling with the same speed, but here this AB is traveling with less speed because it has entered into glass medium, and this part of the wave is traveling with less speed, because more speed, sorry, because it is still in the air. Am I right or wrong? Okay, so that means this part of the wave is traveling with less speed because it is in the glass, and this part of the wave has more speed because it is still in the air. Am I right? So here I will explain you one principle of physics. Okay, for example, suppose there are two wheels. This is one wheel and this is another wheel. Okay, suppose this is the front wheel of the car. Now both the wheels are traveling with the same speed. Then what happens? The car moves in the forward direction. Okay, now suppose due to some reason this speed, the speed of this wheel becomes lesser and the speed of this wheel becomes more. Then what happens? Just use your logic. What happens? Then this car has a tendency to bend towards this direction. Am I right or wrong? That means the car has a tendency to bend towards the direction where the speed of the wheel is less. Am I right or wrong? This is simple logic. Okay, so here also what happens, you tell me. Here this part of the wave is traveling with less speed and this is traveling with more speed. That means the wave has a tendency to bend towards the low speed side. That means what happens, you know, slowly this part becomes slightly like this. This part becomes like this, and this part is still straight. Am I right? Similarly, again next part becomes like this. So that means this wave, you know, they bends like this. Okay, now we are still having wave. Now when it comes here, what happens? Now here you tell me what happens. Again this is A dash, this is B dash, and this is C dash. Now this part of the wave is traveling with, tell me, the speed is more, and this part is traveling with less speed. So here speed is less. So what happens, tell me? The wave will bend towards the less speed side. So that means the tendency of the wave is to bend like this. So that means, my dear student, this is the reason of bending. Is it clear? So why the light ray bends? Because the speed of wave in different mediums are different. Okay, due to that, when the light enters, some part of the wave has more speed and some part of the wave has less speed. Due to this, the light bends towards the less speed side of the wave. Is it clear, my dear student? So this is not very important from examination point of view, but you should know what is the reason for the bending. Is it clear? Okay. So now, my dear student, if you see here, this is air and this is glass, and still it is air. So when light travels, it bends like this, and here when the light travels, it bends outside. So we can make one rule over here. What is the rule? See, air we can call as rarer medium. Air you can call it as a what? Rarer medium, and this glass is denser medium. So what can you say? When light travels from rarer medium to denser medium, it bends towards the normal. And when light travels from denser medium to rarer medium, it bends away from the normal. So this you should keep in the mind always. So what is that? Once again, when the light travels from rarer medium to denser medium, it bends towards the normal, and when the light travels from denser medium to rarer medium, it bends away from the normal. Is it clear, my dear student? Okay. So now, my dear student, since reflection has a law, so refraction should also have a law. Yes, we have two laws over here. One is the first law and second law. First law is just like reflection. What is that? The incident ray. There we have studied as a second law of reflection. Here it is the first law of refraction. The incident ray, the refracted ray, and normal all lie in the same plane at the point of incidence. Incident ray, the refracted ray, and normal, okay, all lie in the same plane at the point of incidence, and this I have explained you clearly in the topic of reflection. Okay, my dear student, now we are going to see the second law, which is little difficult for you. Not difficult, different. So how can you pronounce this in English? Tell me, how can you say this? You can say that this is the ratio, right? Ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction is always constant value for a given pair of medium. Yani, if first medium is fixed, suppose you see carefully, I am taking an example. Okay, suppose this is air and this is glass and this is air. This is normal. First I have made like this. Okay, so this is angle of incidence and this is angle of refraction. Okay, my dear student. Now for the same medium, so this is still air and this is still glass and this is air. Okay, now I am keeping like this the angle of incidence. Now you see the angle of incidence is more than this, and here I will be having this as the angle of refraction. Here sin I by sin r and here sin I by sin r, both the values will be same. Okay, suppose I am getting here sin I by sin r as 10, here also I will be getting sin I by sin r equal to 10. Okay, you should not change this two medium. This two medium should be fixed. So what is this? The ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction is constant for a given pair of medium. And this constant we call as a refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1. And this is denoted by N21. So little different for you, my dear student. Once again focus. What is N stands for? N मतलब क्या है? N मतलब है refractive index. N21 means what? Refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1. What is medium 2? What is medium 1? Here you can take glass as medium 2 and air as medium 1. That means I am finding the refractive index of glass with respect to air. So this I will be clearly explaining you in the next recording about refractive index. So now you should keep in the mind regarding this, the ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction is constant for a given pair of medium, and this constant is called N21. Okay, 21 is subscript, and this N21 is written as refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1. So this is the two laws of refraction. Is it clear? Okay. If you see here, the light ray is incidenting obliquely. Okay, so here refraction takes place and the bending of light takes place. Okay, and this bending of light is called a refraction. Now one question is still unanswered. What happens when the light is incidenting perpendicular to the surface? Now what happens? Do this light ray will bend like this or like this? No, the bending will not takes place when the ray is incidenting perpendicular to the surface. Okay, why there is no bending? Now this is a question. Okay, just tell me what could be the reason behind this. The reason is, now this is light rays, okay, incidenting on the surface perpendicular. Don't you feel in this case the waves will be like this? Okay, so that means when the wave crosses this boundary, this you can call it as boundary. Okay, so don't you feel all the part of the wave will cross the boundary at the same time? Okay, so that means here if the speed is suppose 50, so when this wave crosses this boundary, then all the part of the wave speed gets reduced at the same time. That means all the part of the wave speed get reduced at the same time. So that means now the speed may be 40. Am I right or wrong? That means if I divide the wave into two parts as before, so AB's speed will be 40 and BC's speed will be 40. And that means when both the wheel has the same speed, then the change in direction will not be there. So this is the reason why the ray do not undergoes refraction when it is incidenting perpendicular to the surface. Is it clear? So when you are incidenting obliquely, there will be refraction, because when the light rays, when the wave reaches the boundary, some part of the wave is inside the glass and some part of the wave is still in the air. As a result, there is a change in the speed of the wave. Okay, but here what happens? All the part of the wave enters into the glass at the same time, and hence all the part of the wave experiences change in speed at the same time. Correct? So this part will be 40, this part will be 40, and hence there will not be any change in the direction. Is it clear, my dear students? Okay. So hence in this recording we have studied about refraction. Number 1, refraction through a glass slab. What is lateral displacement? Okay, and when light ray travels from rarer medium to denser medium, it bends towards the normal, and when the light rays travels from denser medium to rarer medium, it bends away from the normal. Is it clear? And you have seen that when the light ray is incidenting perpendicular to the surface, there is no refraction. Okay, and you have understood the reason of refraction exactly. Okay, and one more thing I would like to point out, that I say this air is a rarer medium. What is that? Rarer. and here speed will be more. Okay, my dear student, and I say glass. Glass is a what? Denser medium, and in denser medium speed of light is less. Okay, so this rarer medium is what? Medium is said to be rarer where the speed of light is more, and medium is said to be denser where the speed of light is what? Less. Is it clear? Secondly, this rarer and denser you should not connect with mass density. Mass density. For example, if you see mustard oil, what is that? Mustard oil. Okay, my dear student. Now, if you see mustard oil is thicker. Is it clear? And I'm taking one example of kerosene oil. Kerosene oil. It is actually thinner. Am I right or wrong? It is actually thinner. Am I right or wrong? Okay. But actually, if you see, optically kerosene oil is more denser. Optically, kerosene oil is denser, and this thicker, which is visually it is thicker, but optically it is thinner. So you can call it as rarer medium. So that means this rarer and this denser has nothing to do with mass density. Okay, you can also call a medium as rarer, okay, where the bending of light is less, and you can call the medium as denser where the bending of light is more. So that means now you got two definitions of rarer medium and denser medium. So which are the two definitions? A medium is said to be rarer, number one, where the speed of light is more and where the bending of light is less. And a medium is said to be denser, where the speed of light is less and bending of light is more. Is it clear? And this rarer and denser is nothing to do with mass density. It is to do with optical density. Okay. Now a small example. Okay. Now here if you see, this is the two medium. Okay. Suppose here light is coming like this and it bends like this. It bends like this. And here light is coming and it bends like this. Okay. This is, my dear student, air, and this is air. This is medium 1 and this is medium 2. Where bending is more, in case 1 or in case 2? My dear student, tell me, where bending is more? Bending is more in case 1 and it is less in case 2. So I can say that this medium is denser as compared to this medium. So denser medium or rarer medium you come to know only with its ability to bend the light. Denser medium bends the light more, rarer medium bends the light less. Is it clear? Okay, my dear student, with this I am completing this topic of refraction. I hope you might have completely understood it. In case of any doubt, kindly call me, and if you like this lecture, kindly like it and subscribe it as well. Correct? Okay, my dear student, with this I am ending the topic. Okay.